Hello, everyone, and welcome to this webinar organized by Docsity in partnership with L'Idem Art School from Barcelona. Today, we're going to talk about studying international digital design in the wonderful city of Barcelona. We have here some representatives of the L'Idem staff that are going to talk to us about all the perks of studying this wonderful career in the city of Barcelona. We also have Natalina, who is currently an international student at L'Idem, who will tell us everything about her experience as an international student in Barcelona and at L'Idem. We see that people is already joining. We will wait a couple of minutes so everyone has a chance to jump in. Thank you very much for being here tonight. If you could kindly leave us on the chat. You will find it right down here on the Q&A section, and you can write there. You can write there to let us know where you're connecting from and where you're watching this webinar from, so we see how many countries we have tonight among our participants. So I see more people is joining. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Tonight, we're going to have this webinar of L'Idem in partnership with Docsity. We're going to talk about the perks of studying digital design in Barcelona. So just hang in there and we'll start in a couple of minutes. We see more people coming in. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you're excited to know how wonderful this career is and to make all the questions to our participants today. Okay, I see more people coming in. Thank you very much for joining. You will find down here on the chat, on the menu, sorry, the chat box. You can start telling us there where you're connecting from. You will also find the Q&A box. And there you can write all your questions that we'll be happy to answer at the end of the event. So you will also find the chat. The chat is only for technical issues or to let us know, just to say hi, let us know who you're connected from. For questions, just write on the Q&A box. Thank you very much for your cooperation. And thank you very much for being here in this webinar organized in partnership with L'Idem Art School. I see more people coming in, just one more minute, so we give the chance to everyone to join. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, tonight we're going to talk about studying international digital design in Barcelona. I don't know if everyone already knows this career. Otherwise, you will discover everything tonight. Thanks to our speakers, we have tonight Encarna, we have Guido, we have Pablo, and we also have Natalina, who is an international student from Austria, that will tell us everything about her experience studying at L'Idem. So if we all agree, we're going to start right away. In the meantime, you can always say hi on the chat and let us know where you're connected from. So tonight's topic is study international digital design in Barcelona. This is a webinar organized by Docsity in partnership with L'Idem Art School at Barcelona. As I said before, we have tonight Encarna, who is a brand ambassador at L'Idem. Hello, Encarna. Thank you very much for being here tonight. We have Guido del Solar, who is a creativity and design professor. Thank you very much for being here tonight, Guido. We have also Pablo Garcia, who is a bachelor degree in international design, is a coordinator of the bachelor degree in international digital design. Thank you very much, Pablo, for joining us tonight. And we also have Natalina, who is a student currently at L'Idem, arriving from Austria, and she will tell us everything about her experience at L'Idem. So if you all agree, we wanted to share with you a quick video. We hope you enjoy it, so you can have a quick preview on how is the life of a student at Barcelona. So, okay, if you're ready, we'll start the video. Can you see my screen right now, Encarna?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start. Okay, thank you very much, L'Idem staff, for providing this wonderful video. I'm sure all the participants enjoyed as much as we did. Pablo, can you hear me better now? You were pointing out some. Okay, thank you very much for pointing that out. So we're ready. We can start our presentation. So I leave the floor to the L'Idem staff. And Kama, the floor is all yours. Thank you.
Hello, thank you. Thank you very much, Lucia. Thank you very much for the introduction, and thank you everybody for being here. So I'm going to start with the presentation. I'm working as a brand ambassador in the admission departments in L'Idem. So I would like to share with you this presentation. So let me start with it. Okay, so everybody can watch the presentation. I think everybody's running. Okay, so as I told you, I work as a brand ambassador in L'Idem Barcelona. And today we're going to talk about our studies in our bachelor in international digital designer. So let me tell you about our school. So we are a creative art school with 25 years of experience in the world of arts. And we are offering two different bachelor in animation, 2D, 3D, and video games, and also the bachelor in international digital designer. So we have been training the best professionals for the last 25 years. And here in this presentation, you can see the two campuses that we have. So in the right part of the presentation, you have L'Idem campus in Perpignan. Perpignan is in the south of France. And in the left part, you have our campus in Barcelona. So our venture started 25 years ago in Perpignan, as I told you, and 10 years ago, we set up in Barcelona. So in Barcelona, we are in Poblenou. Poblenou is a very technological and we could say a very innovation and design district. And it is very well located. So here you have in the map, you can see the location of our campus. So as you can see, we are very, very close to the beach and just 25 minutes walking from the city center. So the campus, it is in an industrial building, which has been renovated. And we have 3,005 square meters in 3 different floors, in which we are offering the high equipment. So we have, for example, an open spaces. We have a classroom. We have classroom for the languages, and we have also a photography and video studio. We have also a meeting room. We have our kitchen, in which our students, they can lunch. It is fully equipped. And also, we are very close to the center, very well located. So in this building, we have in our school we have students from all over the world. We could say that 20% of our students, they come from around the world. So it's a very international ambience, and also you can enjoy and you have the opportunity to live in Barcelona. So Barcelona, you know, it's a very cosmopolitan city. And so it's a very cultural, a very rich nightlife. So I think it's really an opportunity to come to Barcelona to study design. We could say that Barcelona is the capital of design in Europe. And also you have the opportunity to learn in English in a very cosmopolitan city. So let me tell you about what we can offer you. So we are offering a very solid artistic and technical training. As I told you, in an international and cultural environment. Our experience of more than 25 years working in this sector, we allow us to have more than 1,000 companies around the world in which we are in contact, in which our students, they are doing the internships and also they are working. We have very few students per class, so we are talking about maximum 15 students per class. So it allows us really to do a very individual follow-up. Even they could participate, for example, in real cases Later, Pablo and Guido, they will tell you about it, the different projects that our students, they have been working for the last 2 years. We are offering a dual recognized French and European dual degree. So this is an international bachelor, French bachelor, but also very well known in Europe. We are also offering classes in French and in English or Spanish for those that they want really to improve their Spanish. Also, you have the opportunity to study in both campuses. So you can start studies in Barcelona and you can follow the classes in French. We are also working with some professionals in Barcelona. They come from very important advertising companies, advertising studios. So at the end of your career, you are going to present your project in front of them. So we have some professionals just collaborating with us that they come to do some master classes and conference. And all of our staff, they are professionals. Our professors are professionals that they are working in the advertising companies or even they have their own studios. So now I would like to tell you about our study plan. So Pablo, who is our coordinator of the bachelor, I think is going to tell you about all the stuff. Thank you.
Hi everyone, thank you, Encarna. Yeah, my name is Pablo, and I am the academic coordinator for the International Digital Designer degree. As Encarna said, we are in Barcelona, and Barcelona is one of the most developed cities in terms of technology, design, art, culture. Our degree focus or discipline in design, but mostly in becoming a professional. We call 360 degree designer. This means that we have like a big background from graphic design and motion design, but we also cover some other areas. Why is this? Well, this is because basically two things. First, we are quite connected with professionals and companies here in Barcelona and Europe. And from this relationship, we got the feedback and we adjust our curriculum depending on the feedback we got from the companies and the professionals. This means what the market is demanding from designers is what we need to include in our specialization. So what we have done in the last few years, we've been adjusting this curriculum to get this idea of a more complete designer. I am a graphic designer. I studied several years ago, and I in this way, because it's not just the graphic part or the visual language management. It's also understanding the different areas we could apply our skills as designers, like advertising, marketing, or any other department in the companies. So we think it's important as designers to be updated, not only in software, also in trends and in the understanding of the market and how companies are demanding design nowadays. So if you are looking for a curriculum based on or focused on graphic design or UX UI or advertising or these areas, I think this curriculum might be quite interesting for you. Why? We cover what you see here on your screen is it's a kind of a scheme of our program. As you can see, it's not like a timeline divided by years. It's more like a circle and covering different areas. Basically, we have like a huge background in visual design or graphic design, which includes motion design, UX, UI. You know that UI is user interface. What in the old days, this was like the front end or the web design. Nowadays, we call this user interface, and it's the same subject. We call UX UI because we also include user experience. I will talk about this later on. We also have the part of advertising and marketing, which means understanding campaigns, understanding the different steps in campaigns, which obviously demand design, and all the area that involves the art direction and being part of different projects like project management. With all this, what I want to say is being digital design, and we call this digital design because as you are going to be a designer, and your environment is going to be mainly digital. Anyway, we touch different areas, but it's mainly digital. Covering all these areas, you are going to be ready to work in whatever country in the world, whatever institution, government departments, or any other department in private companies, or working by yourself as freelancer. Myself, actually Guido will tell you more about this. We have this experience of traveling the world while working as designers. So with this degree, with this knowledge, you are going to be able to do this kind of experiences in design. But the most important thing here to mention, and I don't want to take much time, is we have 100% of work in insertion. This means that finishing this curriculum, all our students get a job even before finishing a curriculum, because we have 3 years, and from the second year you have the internships that you do at the end of second year and third year, and most of these companies finally hire our designers. My function in this curriculum is to be the coordinator, as I said. So at the end of this webinar, I will be happy to answer whatever question you have regarding the academic contents, subjects, and the areas we explore. To finish and to give the room for Guido, I would say, if you are looking for being a designer, definitely this is your curriculum. Being digital designer is the best starting point to develop your career in design. Maybe you want to be art director, maybe you want to develop your skill as UX UI designer. That means researching and developing application webs or interfaces, or maybe you want to work on advertising and being part of the department of advertising, or creating a strategy for marketing. And so what I said, you can work whatever you want in the world, in whatever company, in whatever institution, all by yourself with these skills, and keep going on your education, like going to a master or some other design curriculums. So thank you for that, and be happy to answer your question at the end of webinar. So Guido.
Thank
Okay.
you very much, Pablo. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I was to
Can
introduce.
you hear me, right?
Go, Guido.
Can you hear me? Okay, great. Well, things are very simple. I don't know any other profession better than this one. And studying in Barcelona, I mean, I don't know if it's something better that studied something creative in the one of the most creative cities around the world, because this profession is made and is built and is to have good time, to create beauty, to be dynamic, to explore your city, to explore the world, to explore communication, not to be behind a computer screen your whole life. So you are imagining that a designer is just behind a screen. It is not. A designer nowadays is a dynamic person who can travel, work remotely, and do many things at the same day, totally different. So I'm going to explain a little bit what kind of things we do. All the projects, the upcoming projects are made by students. Next, please, Encarna.
Bye. What do we do?
Next, please. Yeah. So I think that everybody knows graphic design, but we are not graphic designers. If you want to be a graphic designer, you need to study graphic design. But graphic design right now is as a little part, a little piece of these 360 degrees designers we're training. All right. So probably right now, where you are surrounded by graphic design, you are surrounded by brands, you are surrounded by communication, and that's graphic design. It's not just about beauty, it's about communication. And we do everything about graphic design, but it's just a little part. Next, please. We also have, for example, packaging. We develop real and digital prototypes about packaging. I mean, we're digital, right? This is an international digital designer, but go to the supermarket and you will be surrounded about thousands of products. And I don't think that is going to change. Even if you do online shopping, that thing is coming to your home in a packaging. So that's why we're still doing packaging, right? Next, please. We experiment with photography and we apply that photography to advertising, to totally different things, part of the same area, to social media campaigns. We experiment with photo productions, with models, with stylists, with makeup artists, and we develop amazing photography, creative photography, or photography for advertising in every single way. Next, please. And also motion, right? Motion means, we call it motion graphics, but it's not just motion graphics. Motion graphics is easy to understand because basically are just graphics in motion, right? But motion is more than graphic, and graphics is also video, right? So we also grab the camera and we do some video production things. We mix that video shootings with motion graphics, and we can do a YouTube video plus totally different format, like for social media, and we can develop a 360 degrees campaign based on that video shooting plus the motion graphics, right? Next, please. And also we can apply everything, all the techniques, all the tools into advertising campaigns. And advertising is not create an artwork and that's it. Advertising is very related to psychology. It's like the dark side of design, because you learn how to communicate on the right way to the right target audience through a concept, right? So you can apply all the techniques you are learning on advertising. Next, please. UX UI means user experience, user interface. So you're thinking that you don't want to be behind a screen doing codes and coding and building an application or a website. UX UI doesn't mean that you need to learn how to do code. It's about how to create from the beginning till the end using the design tools you'll be learning, mobile phone application or a website or everything related to the user experience and user interface for digital devices, right? So everything you have here in your phone, or actually what are you watching right now in this meeting, is UX UI. So have a think that's really, really important nowadays, and probably is going to get more important during the years. Next, please. And 3D. So I'm never get bored watching these 3Ds made by my students. I can't believe that 19 or 20 years old student made this. This is amazing. And I don't think that any other school related to graphic design do 3D, but useful 3D. If you can manage all the tools I was talking about, and you can mix them together, you can do anything you want, anywhere you want. And if you don't like something you're doing, you can move to another area, or you can turn into an expert on some area, or you can do many things, many totally different things is in the same day. So this profession is really flexible, and you will discover yourself through the years. You don't need to be an expert after 3 years of studies. You have to discover yourself. And if you are confused right now, I tell you something, you can be confused also in 10 years or in 20 years, and it's going to be the same. So that's what I love this profession, because you can jump from one area to another and you're never going to get tired. Next, please. So I'm going to explain 2 little projects we did, because we are not going to spend the 3 years under the same walls. So we do a real case project out of the school. In this case, we did a project for an iconic restaurant called Cap de Creus in Cadaqués. It's a really beautiful area. So we went there with my students group. We had a meeting with our real case. I want to say the client, because this is studies, right? It's a real case. And we did photography, video advertising. We developed the new menus for the restaurant. We did a rebranding, and this person was so happy with the result. And we had these 3 days on the Mediterranean paradise, working and having good time with a really, really nice result. Next, please. Yeah, here is me and the students working hard. And 2 years ago, no, sorry, last year, we went to Tenerife and we did a 360 degrees project. Next, please. So the one before, please.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
So we went to this boutique hotel, and we did a total branding project, or I may say rebranding project. And we took a tour around the island. We visited every single place of the island to get inspired. Next, please. And we developed everything: the brand, social media campaign, the website, merchandising, packaging. We did a photo shooting for the dishes for the restaurant. We did a video shooting. It was I can't remember, it was 3 or 4 days, but we had such an amazing time working out of the school in a out of thinking and being out of the box in this place, developing something real for a real person. And I can say that during the presentation, this person cried on the meeting because he was so happy about what we did. And that was pretty emotional. So it was a really, really nice experience. So not everything is going to be about creativity or software. It's also about communication and dealing with real cases, right? So this is more or less an overview about what we do day by day. Okay, and now I'm going to give the word to our dear student, Natalina, coming from Austria. So Natalina, please, whenever you want.
Thank you. So my name is Natalina. I moved here to Barcelona from Austria to study international digital design, and I have been studying here for 2 months now, and I really like it so far. I actually came across this university just through a webinar just like this. So yeah, I didn't really know what to expect, but I really wanted to do something creative, and I was actually going to study something completely different, but I just wasn't happy with it. And when I saw this and everything, I knew I had to do it, kind of. And yeah, it has been going pretty good. It's not easy, of course, because you have to learn a completely new set of skills. I personally didn't have a lot of experience with Photoshop and Illustrator and all of the programs. So it's something that you just have to learn. And not just that, but it's also kind of a new way of thinking. So you have to think about the fonts, think about colors. You have to think about things that you never had to think about before. And it's not easy at the beginning, of course, but it's not supposed to be. And yeah, what I also really like is that the classes, as has been said before, are pretty small. And so it's kind of like a community. So everyone just helps each other, and it's also a lot easier to receive help. Like if you were sitting in a big room at university with many people and you don't understand something, it's pretty hard to ask questions and everything. But in this case, the teacher actually has time for everyone individually if you don't understand something or if you need feedback. And that has been helping a lot, I think. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it's going so far. It's definitely very different to the typical studies and classes, and it's a lot more creative, and the classes are so different to each other, and so there's always something new. And yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Natalina. We really appreciate your collaboration. And also, Natalina, I think is trying to learn some Spanish, but that's just all right. But I'm sure that in 6 months, more or less, she's going to be able to speak some Spanish. I think that you are taking some Spanish classes also, I think, in L'Idem.
Yes, I am.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
so I hope in 6 months, more or less. But well, I think it's true that we have a very international environment, so sometimes you are talking all the time in English, but also it's an opportunity, because if you want to study in English or in Barcelona, also you will have the opportunity to learn some Spanish. No, living in Barcelona, at the end you have a lot of Spanish people to be in contact with, but also we are offering Spanish classes as well as French if you are interested. No, so this is what I wanted just to add. Thank you very much, Natalina. Well, thank you everybody. And well, so well, now I just want to say that we have started with our registration process. So if you want to have more information about it, you can just send me an email. Here you have my email address, is contact@lidembarcelona.com. You can send me a WhatsApp also if you want. And here, where you say here, we have at that link in our website, you can apply directly, because we have our registration form. I don't know, Lucia, you can share our website.
Yes, already shared on the chat. You will find the link where you can find the more information and also apply directly for this program. Is that right, in Ghana?
Yeah, and I think we have a couple of questions to answer.
Yes, we do. We already do. Okay, we'll see. Well, Sabrina, she has made quite a lot of questions. Maybe we can start by that.
Yeah.
So she says some information regarding the scholarships for non-European students and Erasmus opportunities.
Well, I think we will answer the question between me and Encarna. I think
Yes.
we can answer this.
Yes.
What we need, what we had to say first is there's no difference with European and non-European in this case. The scholarships and Erasmus opportunity are for both. The condition might differ in terms of the paperwork you need to come to study to Barcelona. Probably it's gonna be easier if you're European, of course, but it's exactly the same in terms of offering or scholarships or the Erasmus opportunities. Encarna, you probably want to add some information to this.
Yeah, well, we are offering some scholarships for international students. It doesn't matter if they come from Europe or from other countries, so it's exactly the same. We are offering a 5% of discount. It's not too much, but we are offering something. And we have other scholarships that I will tell you later if you want to have further information. And also, if the only thing that you need normally when you book your place, we are going to give you a document regarding that you are students from L'Idem Barcelona, and then you have to apply. You have to go directly to order for a visa. I think it is completely different in each country, but this is the only document that you need to come to Barcelona to study.
Okay. Oh, sure. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. I just want to add the we have the program of Erasmus Plus. Erasmus Plus means that we can help you out through the Erasmus program to do your internships in abroad. Let's say in other countries of Europe, and not be in Spain. Like, for example, you might go to Belgium to do your internship in the second year. You might go to Portugal to do your internship in the third year. We have this program to help you with housing and some other costs you might have during the internship. And I will link this with the next question because are asking for the payment on internships. Well, let's say this. Internship means that you are going to practice your skills at the end of the second year and the third year. Being paid or not depends on the agreement you sign with the company. Personally, I manage this area, and I will help you to get the internship in different companies. We have a database with a lot of companies that we already worked in the past, but you might get your own internship. I mean, you are free to look for your company to work with. Maybe you have a company you are interested in and you want to work with them. That's not a problem. I help you out to get the contract and to negotiate the salary. What normally happens is company pay for the internship period, but this is gonna depend on each company. You might get a full salary from a company, or maybe just part-time. This is gonna depend on your negotiation with the company. There are some companies not offering payment at all, but maybe you're interested in working with them. That is up to you. What I can tell you is every year we feed all our students in internships, paid or without payment, but everybody is getting their own internship in the second year and the third year, and after that, getting a job. And that is 100%, and you can check the numbers, or we can provide testimonial from our ex-students.
Okay. Okay, Pablo, thank you very much for answering. Actually, this links also with another question we had, asking if L'Idem offers internship outside Spain, but you have already mentioned that since you said that the internships could be also in other countries of Europe. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we have also covered the questions about scholarships for international students. Okay, so this longer question also was asking about how many classes do we have per week for each
Okay,
masters?
our course is from Monday to Friday. This is 5 days a week, from 8:30 in the morning till 2:30 in the afternoon. This means 6 hours per day, on the weekdays, from Monday to Friday. And we also ask for kind of 2 or 3 more hours of working at home. So this means our course is likely like a job. Let's say it's like 8 or 9 hours per day from Monday to Friday. There's an intensive course, and it's 3 years. And it's exactly the same for the degree and the master degree.
Okay, thank you very much for the complete information, Pablo. So then we have a section of this long question asking about the opportunities in the Perpignan campus. We all know that L'Idem has 2 campuses, one in Barcelona, one in Perpignan, France. Is that correct?
Yes. Well, there's a problem with this because there are some differences between Spain and France in terms of education programs. What we do to do this, because our students are always interested in coming to Perpignan or coming to Barcelona and doing this exchange, we cannot complete the course in a country or in another. What we do is we have several workshops during the course. So you might come 1 or twice a year to Perpignan to have this exchange. Normally we'll come to Perpignan with a group of students for a week, and they do a workshop, and they work in a project for that week with the students in Perpignan, and the Perpignan students come to Barcelona too to do the same. So you have like 1 or 2 times per year you are gonna come to Perpignan and work with them, and people from Perpignan, students from Perpignan, coming to Barcelona and working with us. So the school is the same school. We are pretty linked, but we don't have this possibility of coursing 1 year here and 1 year in Perpignan. So if you start your course in Barcelona, you are going to stay in Barcelona, and you are going to come to Perpignan every year, maybe 1 or twice a year, and you will work with people from Perpignan coming to Barcelona.
Thank you, Pablo.
I would like to add something that
Sure.
we have to think that in Barcelona, the course is in English, but in Perpignan, all the career is in French. So this is one of the reasons also. So you have to really be good at French if you want to follow all the year in France.
Of course, that's one important thing to take into consideration before choosing the campus to study with the L'Idem. So this last part of this super big question, it says, do the workshops include on-site participation or offline, or a bit of both? Like for International Project Week, would students be required to work elsewhere outside the campus?
Well, this is presential career, course. So there's no such a thing like online courses or working online, things like that. We have covered this during the pandemic. So at some point we guarantee that the course is going to happen no matter what. But what we do is to work at school. And if we are doing a project like Guido explained before, like for example, in Canary Islands or in some other location outside Barcelona, we are coming to this place. But no, we are not working from home or things like home office. Or I'm not sure if this person is asking about this, but my understanding is if he can participate, he or she can participate like from outside the school, or I don't really I'm not really getting the question, but no, we work here in Barcelona, and if we are doing a project in somewhere else, we are coming to this place.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. So this person also clarified that the questions were regarding the masters, if the information would be the same for the masters and for higher studies.
Sorry, missed that.
Oh, don't worry, they just
Another
added
question?
in a different question. They placed a question
sorry.
at the same person, don't worry.
What is the question? Sorry.
Yes, all the questions we were answering before apply also for the master's course in digital design.
All the information to apply to our course or to our degree or to our master degree is in our website. You have the information now on screen, or you can contact Encarna at any time. She can help you with all the paperwork and requirements you need to apply. But that's it's an easy process. There's no problem with that. And normally we have people from all over the world. Actually, I have seen this question asking for Latin American community at L'Idem. Okay, well, I am Argentinian, we live from Chile, and we have some other professors from different parts of Spain, like Canary Islands and south of Spain. We have French professors, and the environment is quite international. And of course, Catalans here at school. And Natalina is from Austria, and for example, her classmates are from Macedonia, France, from United States, from Brazil. We had in the past people from Russia, from Ukraine, from Italy, from Portugal. So the environment is quite international, as Barcelona is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, Encarna, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm not sure. Someone asked all about the admission process. I haven't understood quite well, but if you want to have further information, of course, you can contact me at the email address. But let me tell you that if you want to apply for the international bachelor grade, the requirements is that you need bachillerato. We say bachillerato in Spanish, high school in English, French back. Yeah, so this is what you need, as well as to send us your creative portfolio. Yeah, and if you want to apply for the master, what you really need is an university grade. And also it's so important for us to see your level in graphic design, because depending on your level, we're going to create really a master for you. Say this is quite we have a special study plan for each one, especially for the master.
So it's a very tailored academic path.
Yes,
That's very, actually, it's very interesting. I
Yeah.
don't know if many schools they have, they focus on what the candidate really needs to improve in their career and really grow as a professional. Thank you very much for such an interesting work, Encarna. So we do have a question for Natalina, saying, where are you from? And you're from Austria, right? We have already mentioned that. And what's the best and the worst of living in Barcelona as an international student?
That's difficult. The best in general from living here, I think, is just the city itself. I haven't been to Barcelona really before coming here. I think I was here once for a day, so I didn't really know what to expect. But a lot of people told me it was nice and beautiful and everything, but experiencing it is something completely different. It's just a very unique city, I think. And yeah, it's like every part of Barcelona is different and unique, and I really love it. And the worst part of living here, I think the worst part for me so far has been finding an apartment and all of the stuff that you have to take care of before. So I would recommend doing this
in advance.
Or yes, a while before coming here. Take your time and don't leave it for the last minute, because then it gets a little bit complicated, of course.
Of course.
Yes,
go ahead.
Apart from that,
I would like, thank you. I would like to add this because from school, we give completely support on your paperwork, on problems you might have finding a house or flat. We have several recommendations to give and to tell you and help you to set here in Barcelona. Encarna or myself, we can provide this information and help you out. And sorry, there's a question we haven't answered completely because there was a person asking for an interview. You have to apply, as Encarna said, with your portfolio and stuff, and you will probably have an interview with me to check your level and to see if you fit our requirements. But don't stress with this. It's more like an informative meeting where you could ask me whatever you need about the career or the master degree or the master degree.
Okay, thank you very much. And so don't be afraid of this interview. It's just a way to know and to establish, as Encarna was saying before, actually, just to know which is your level and what would be the best academic path for you. Also, it's very important for an international student to study abroad, as Natalina was saying, to start soon and not to wait for the last minute, because there's a lot of bureaucratic things to take care of, and also the visa, the application to validate your degrees, and also to look for housing, as Natalina was saying, just to be more relaxed and really enjoy the best of this international path. So we do have, I'm sorry, I would like to ask Natalina, which are the best things to do in Barcelona as activities? Which are the ones that you enjoy the most? So you can talk to your fellow students.
As activities, to be honest, I think you can do anything. Like, I personally come from a pretty small town, and you can do everything. Like, if you think of a random activity that you would like to try or something, you will find it here. But for me personally, just kind of exploring the city and seeing the different parts has been my favorite thing so far.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Natalina. So we'll pass to the next questions. Just to everyone else who would like to place a question to our speakers, remember to write on the Q&A chat, in the Q&A box that you will find below the menu. So this question said, what equipment and software does the school mainly use, and do we need to pay it to use ourselves?
No, you don't need to pay for anything more than the course. We cover completely all what you need for your course. And what we use is the Adobe package, Illustrator, Photoshop, After Effects, the whole package. And the school will pay for your license for the time you course here. If it's 3 years course, school will pay the 3 years license, so you will have the complete package of software that you need. In some subjects, we use some extra software that we also provide a license, so you are fine with that. In the case of our course, what students normally do is they bring their own computer. Why? Because this is the more comfy way to course, because you bring your computer, you attend to class with your computer, and then you take your computer home to keep working. But if you don't have this possibility of bringing your own computer, we can provide you a computer. This is, we are not, I cannot remember if it happened in the past. We can provide you a computer. Let's say you lost your computer, or your computer, I don't know, breaks down, or whatever happens with your computer, we can support you, giving you a computer while you recovering your own computer. But it's not about the equipment we give you. Is more about your let's say your course being more comfortable. So what students prefer normally is to have their own computers, but we can support whatever situation if not. But you don't need to pay for anything like this.
Okay, Pablo, thank you very much. So at L'Idem, the students will find everything they need to follow the courses and to learn always more. In fact, having their own computer allows them also to have everything saved in store, wherever to use them later, to see them wherever they can. They don't have to take things from one place to the other. Actually, that is right. So we do not have any more questions tonight, but I'm pretty sure that so will come up on the mind of our participants tonight. So remember, on the chat, I put the link that Encarna is showing us on screen right now, l'idembarcelona.com for apply now. You can go there to check more information and to send your application if you're ready to do so. You have on screen also the contact information of Encarna. She will be more than pleased to assist you and to guide you in your path to L'Idem Barcelona, L'Idem Creative Arts School. I don't know if any of our speakers would like to add anything else before we close the event tonight. Guido, Pablo, Natalina, also Encarna. But she's getting a sip of, I'm sorry, Encarna. Just if you need a sip of water, that's fine.
I think we're fine, unless someone else got a question.
We do not have any questions at the moment. So if you do, dear participants, these are the last seconds to jump in to have your question answered live. We don't have Natalina.
Last thing to say, I would say review our website. You will find all the project we showed. You can also find the links to the videos on YouTube of the project we normally do. We should say the school is in a pretty nice neighborhood, quite creative, because there's a lot of studios and university and schools, pretty close to the beach, and probably is one of the best places to study design in Europe. Beautiful place here. Have to say, we are quite nice group of people working here, not only students, also professors, like good vibe. Normally we have our parties, like last week on the open night of the neighborhood. We opened the school, we have live music with a nice party, having some beers between students, directors, professors. It was right, Natalina. It was quite nice, and so it's a pretty nice experience if you can come to Barcelona to study.
And Carla, are you better now? Your microphone is mute. Sorry.
No, que tienes muteado el...
Okay, just a minute, she will activate her microphone.
Well,
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm feeling better now. I'm really sorry. I was ataque de tos, I don't know in English, just coughing. But anyway, I'm here. Thank you very much, Pablo. I think he told you everything you needed to know. So it was really a pleasure to be here. I just want to say thank you to Docsity to organize everything. Thank you, Pablo. Thank you, Natalina. Thank you, Guido. And whatever you need, if you want to know more questions, whatever about all the registration process or whatever you need, just please contact us. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much to our panelists and to our participants. Please rest assured that Barcelona is a wonderful city to see, to live in, and to study. The staff at L'Idem, I can guarantee they're very passionate about what they do, what they teach, and about their school. And of course, there must be a good reason for that. And the career of digital design is one of the careers that has the biggest future in the future career. So I guarantee there is worth it to just take a look and to really consider to start this path. So thank you everyone for your time, to our speakers for your valuable information, to our participants for your time tonight, for joining this event. If you would like to have the certificate of attendance to this webinar issued by Docsity, you can send an email to webinar@docsity.com with your first and last name and the email you used to register for this event. And you will receive tomorrow the thank you email with the registration of this webinar. So thank you very much everyone for your time, and stay tuned for the next events organized by Docsity in partnership with L'Idem. Thank you. Have a nice evening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.